I posted a video about, actually didn't post it, I made it about a week ago, and I meant to post a video regarding opportunity and domino falling. So if you watch that, this is kind of technically, I guess, a part 2 to that entire video. What I wanted to talk about today is Gary Vaynerchuk posted, and I'm going to include this not obviously in a blog link on this video, but below in the information section for this video. Gary Vaynerchuk posted a blog regarding the amount of people that follow you, and the fact that even if one person cares what you have to say, you should be thrilled about that, because that's one person who wants to listen to you. And domino theory, if that person likes what you have to say, then they're going to go tell somebody else, and eventually they'll find someone who likes what they're talking about, which happens to be what you're talking about. Okay, kind of went off on a tangent there. So back to the subject. So what I'm talking about here is Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, following people, following news, following brands, following this, following that. I came across the realization the other day that I'm starting to get really picky about who I'm following on Twitter, and I'm slowly starting to make lists. Now, I did this before, but the issue that I had with it, I feel like I've got cat hair all over me because I just held my cat. The issue that I am finding is that I feel like I have to get everything done in one big, huge, just take like 5 hours to do this, to just like sit there on my computer and unfollow a bunch of people. Well, in reality, what it is it's choosing to bite off a little bit of piece of the pie. You've got all these Twitter follows. Think of it like a big old circle pie, right? Well, you're going to unfollow this many people today, and then you're going to make a list for this many people today, and then there's going to be another list for this many people. It all depends on what it is you are after. What information do you want to be receiving within your feed? And the same exact thing goes for LinkedIn. Now, I've actually stepped back from Facebook. I have not logged in honestly about, it's probably getting close to 3 weeks now, I think. I'm losing track of time. It's ridiculous. Just I'm go. But that's a personal choice of mine. But I think we're forgetting this bigger picture, that numbers are good, but they're not great. Because it depends on how you are tackling or how you're looking at the numbers. What do those numbers mean for you? Is it a business number? Is it a personal number? Is it an opportunity for you to learn more about X part of your industry and Y part of this other industry that you're interested in? Think about it like this. And again, I'm going to post this Gary Vaynerchuk blog that he wrote on LinkedIn. And what intrigued me the most was the visual that he put on. So there were 35 people that were standing behind him. And he's like, that's a lot of people. And if each of those people go off and talk to other people about what you're doing as a whole group, that's a big deal. For example, Feed My Starving Children, just as an example. Their Twitter handle and the amount of people that they follow, yeah, it's cool to tweet this stuff, but what are they doing in real life within the community? And are they posting things here and there? Does it matter how many times something gets retweeted? It depends, right? It totally depends. Being connected is good. It's very good. But if you're not connected for the right reasons and you're not following the right people for the right reasons, then you're just putting a bunch of noise into your own feed. So that's your fault. That's nobody else's fault. But then if you decide to unfollow someone that's in your feed, either they've changed industries or they've forgotten how to engage appropriately. So that becomes their fault, and then you just decide to unfollow them and whatever. And maybe you end up meeting them at some event a couple months down the road, and you reconnect and you realize, oh, this is the person I unfollowed, and here's why I unfollowed them. But then you have a conversation with them and you're like, wait a second, that was probably a bad idea. So you just start following them again. I think we're getting so overwhelmed with numbers that we're forgetting the basics. And I'm connected on LinkedIn because I feel it's a more professional route for me to go versus Facebook. But that's also because I just finally made it into my industry, where I wanted to be, that job that I was just hungry for, and I got it, and I'm very excited to be where I am. And it's made me realize, look at the entire picture of what I'm doing and where I'm focusing my energy. And you have to focus your energy in the right areas, because if you're not, then what are you doing? You're logging into Facebook, you're spending 3 hours a day on there maybe, looking at stuff that's not even relevant to your goals. And again, the last video I just talked about the domino theory. How are you getting to your next opportunity? For me, I feel like it's taken forever, but it's finally all starting to click. And it's exciting because it makes me want to engage, and it makes me want to see what it is I'm putting into my own feed, and choosing to not follow the people that I don't want to follow anymore, not because they're bad people, but just because the information that they're talking about is not relevant to what I'm after. And life has a funny way of the circle of life. If I happen to run into them again down the road and follow them, then so be it. And maybe we'll find a new connection down the road. But that's what this whole thing is all about, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about today, is the idea that if you are truly focused in your industry, take a little bit of time every day, take 15 minutes every day, just look at your Twitter feed, unfollow the people that you don't want to follow, and heck, here's a new theory for you. Someone that you've been following is not talking about what they normally talk about. Reach out to them. Ask them what's changed, what's going on. You don't have to say, I'm considering unfollowing you on Twitter because of this, and this, and this, and this. Just ask them. Reach out to them. Because I think we're forgetting to reach out to each other. It makes sense, right? Why else would you unfollow somebody? That's my rant for today, I guess. And what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I want to know. Let's talk.